Hi everyone, it's Laura and Alvin with Add a Pup Dog and Puppy Training. I wanted to give a little intro for the video, two videos that I'm going to show you after this, and explain what's going on because I'm not talking in the video except for telling Nina how wonderful she is. So this is the combination of two tips. One, and I'll probably do videos on these separately, anything your dog likes can be a reinforcer. Anything. You can pay for any behavior that you like with anything that your dog likes, as long as it's safe and they're allowed to do it. Anything. Two, training should be indistinguishable from happy fun times games for your dog and for you. Training should always be fun. Training should always be a game. And when you make it that way, or you set it up that way, neither of you really knows the difference, which is fun. And it's a lot more effective. It goes faster. Your dog learns what you want them to learn quicker because they're having a great time doing it. They're already going to be neurologically addicted to training if you're using positive reinforcement training, especially with a clicker. When you say the word sit, if they've been trained positively, then doing it is going to have all these happy hormones washing over the brain. They become neurologically addicted to those happy hormones happening, and it happens in response to a cue and around you and the sound of the clicker and the training center and all sorts of other things. So we're using that natural chemical addiction to training to our advantage by turning it into an even more fun game. So what I'm going to show you is me and Nina playing with a flirt pole, mostly Nina, playing with a flirt pole. And I've added in new behaviors. Usually all I pay her for at the flirt pole is spitting it out, and sometimes sitting, sometimes laying down, and sometimes wait. So I guess that is kind of a good list. But those things are involved in the playing of the flirt pole. If you chase it and you catch it, if you want to keep playing, you have to spit it out. So I cue her to spit it out, or she spits it out on her own, and then I pay her for that behavior by playing with the flirt pole again. She heard me talking about her, so she wants something to do. Go find it. So that's usually what we do. Then I was like, hey, you know what? I need a new training tip Tuesday. I'm going to try something new. I overturned this yard waste thing we use, and I asked her to hop up. She knows pause up, she knows hop up. These are things that she learned separately without a flirt pole clicker training. So I asked her to do that, and then instead of paying her with a click and treat, which is what we usually do for hop up or pause up, I paid her with the flirt pole. And you'll see how much fun she's having. Some of it's a little messy because she's having a lot of fun, and that's fine. I'm not worried about, I'm really never worried about, perfection, or oh, the dog has to be at the perfect 47.4 degree angle to, it's just crazy time. I just want to have fun with my dog. That's all we're doing. We're having fun together. We are putting really big deposits into the hopping up and the spitting it out and the waiting account, all these things that she's doing for the flirt pole, because the flirt pole is worth way more than any treat. I can't think of one that she would prefer to have over a flirt pole. Flirt pole's worth easily $10,000 on her pay scale. If you've ever been to orientation or a couple of my seminars, we talk about pay scales. And for her, flirt pole is way up there. So I have a lot of deposits in wait and sit and drop it because I use the flirt pole, but I can use those big honkin' deposits and put them in other behavior accounts just by using the flirt pole. So if your dog's absolutely gaga about tennis balls or a certain tug toy or pine cones, who knows what, if they are super passionate about that and they really, really like it, turn it into a game and pay them for other behaviors with that toy. It doesn't have to be things you just think of, like sit and spit it out. Throw in a spin, or heel with me for 10 paces and then I throw it. Or wait at the door when someone comes in and I throw your toy in the opposite direction. Get creative with it. Anything your dog likes can be paid, can be used as payment for anything that you like, anything. And that's how training gets woven into your relationship in your everyday life with your dog, and that's how you play a game of training. All right, so I've already talked for 4.5 minutes, and there's more footage of Nina having a grand old time. So I did this with an overturned bucket for her, a platform for her to hop on, and then I also did a tunnel, which is actually just a leaf bag where I cut the bottom out, fancy. So again, she knows tunnel, but we have never, before I started videotaping it, we never did tunnel with a flirt pole. and you'll see, maybe I'll put it at the end, but I'm going to put this in because it's really interesting. She starts offering other behaviors. Even though I'm cueing her to tunnel, which is something she knows, she's just like flirt pole, flirt pole, flirt pole. So you'll see, it's adorable. She starts throwing other behaviors. So it's just Nina having fun, and I want to point out that training should be a game, it should be a blast, and anything your dog likes can be paid for anything that you like. All right? So take care. Bye-bye. So right off the bat, you'll see Nina has just caught the flirt pole. One way I'm paying her is by just letting her play with it again. So the behavior here is she catches it, she spits it out, and she gets paid. I'm paying her in a couple different ways during this play session. She gets paid for spitting it out, and then sometimes I catch it, cue her to do a behavior, and then she gets paid. And the third way I'm doing it is she catches it, she spits it out. Here, she'll do it here. I ask her to wait, and then I cue her. Then she gets paid. So I try to mix it up. Here you'll see, this is the very first time we pulled out the tunnel, and I'm asking Nita to do it. She's like, I will do anything with the tunnel. She had no idea what I wanted her to do. Part of it could be my position, but she's also, as you can tell, really excited about it. So I wanted to show you. She's doing over, she's doing paws up, then she gets it. There you go, you hit my verbal marker, and she gets paid. I'm doing the same thing here. It's easier to catch when I'm standing still. But you'll see, I hold it, I cue her, she gets paid. Right off the bat in this clip, you might have caught her doing the behavior on her own. There it is. She offers it before I even cue it. She's having fun doing it, but she's also figured out the pattern. When the flirt pole stops, I go through the tunnel, and I get paid again. It's just a fun game. She's having a grand old time. And you'll see again, she offers it without me even cueing it. She's figured it out, and she knows what she's doing, and she loves it. She's enjoying herself. So try it out with your pup. Anything they like, give it a go.